Hello everybody and welcome to the start of something a little bit different. We are here outside of Flixbus headquarters in Lyon, and today we'll be doing a European journey with myself and Maffarick. We are starting here at Lyon, and in leg 1 I will take you guys to Paris. Then from Paris I will take you to Luxembourg, and then from Luxembourg I'll take you to Charleroi, and then because Aachen's not in the game, I couldn't go to Aachen, but Charleroi is sort of close. It's sort of on the same border. Then Maffarick will take you from Aachen to Cologne in the Flixtrain Vectron. Then I will take you from Cologne to Frankfurt in the Flixbus. And then Maffarick will take you from Frankfurt to Fulda in the Flixtrain Vectron. And then Maffarick will take you from Fulda to Kassel in the Flixtrain Vectron. I will then take you from Kassel to Hamburg, then I will then take you again from Hamburg to Flensburg, and then I will then do the final leg of the journey from Flensburg to Copenhagen. Thank you very much to Maffarick for helping out with this. His links will be in the description to his YouTube and his Discord. Make sure you go subscribe, make sure you go join his Discord, and yeah, please do drop a like on the video. And this is going to be a long one, so get many bags of popcorn, many beverages, and enjoy the video.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. Today I'm doing the final leg of Liam Does Simulation in my journey from Lyon, France up to Copenhagen, Denmark in Flixbus Coach Simulator and Train Sim World 6. I'll be driving this Flixtrain BR193 Vectron from here at Fulda up to Kassel Wilhelmshöhe with only one stop, and we'll be running at 200 kilometers an hour basically for the whole time, and with LZB active for the entire time. So, without any further ado, let's jump in. So yeah, if you haven't seen this before, yeah, Liam and I are doing a trip from Lyon, France up to Copenhagen. There we go. Yeah, and I'm doing the sections that can be done in Train Sim World. Right, put you in running, full release on you, AFB on, and since we're in LZB we can just set it to full speed and the train will manage the speed for us. Let's turn up the dynamic brakes that can be used, and I almost forgot to unlock the doors. That would have been pretty funny if I had forgotten to do that. We're running in German 15 kilovolts. Just change the contrast on that one. Reading light on. I think I have to put them on high beams dimmed. Yeah, high beams dimmed. So yeah, these Flixtrain services are only playable on Kassel-Würzburg if you have the Expert BR101 on Kassel-Würzburg gameplay pack, because that's the only way you get this timetable, which is a bit annoying if you don't have that pack and the Expert 101. A couple of 642s over here. Right. Is it? No, it's on the left-hand side. Shut the doors. Let's prepare to go. AFB is holding the brakes. Next stop, Kassel Wilhelmshöhe in 86 kilometers, and that is our only stop today. Yeah. So this Kassel-Würzburg route is actually one of the longest routes in Train Sim World and is over 100 miles long. Can't remember the exact length, and also is part of the Hanover-Würzburg high-speed line. So yeah, basically running speeds up to 250 kilometers an hour, and then if you're in the Ice 1, 280, which is pretty cool. But you can only reach 280 for limited sections of the line and not for the whole run. And yeah, basically the entire line from here northward is in LZB for the entire time, so you don't have to worry about worrying about speed or acknowledging P's and B or anything like that. So we'll be getting up to our top speed of 200 kilometers an hour pretty quickly today. We have to cross tracks here real quick. Should we put the power up to maximum? Recommend launching this thing in dry conditions with 80% power, otherwise you will get wheel slip. Now we're clear up to our top speed of 200. Because yeah, this Vectron is so powerful it will wheel slip, even in dry conditions. And it is very powerful. I've said it in the last 2 runs that I've done, and I'll say it again, the Flixtrain Vectron is way too overpowered for the work it does. Especially because it is just so powerful that it pulls any passenger coaches with ease, and it's just way too powerful. That's a 150. So yeah, we'll be basically staying at 200 for the entire run. There are only 2 Flixtrain runs in the expert timetable on this route, and none in the original timetable, as I said. Yeah, there's one from Fulda to Kassel and one from Kassel to Fulda, and that's it. If you're wondering what service this is FLX 1249 Mainz Hauptbahnhof to Berlin Hauptbahnhof. Honestly, this run is pretty boring. All I have to do is press C from time to time and the train does the rest, so... Even though we're on a 1% gradient, we're still accelerating quite quickly. But yeah, basically, when you spawn in a Vectron, the default dynamic brake is set to 150 kilonewtons, and you have to go to the menu and manually set it to 240 if you want stronger dynamic brakes, which basically you do want even if you're just hauling a passenger train. Approaching our top speed, 187 kilometers an hour. Yeah, we will be staying in, just to warn you, we will be going through tunnels for a lot of this route. Here's one of the brief sections coming up where the Ice 1 can do 280 kilometers an hour. Obviously, we won't be doing that because we're limited to 200 kilometers an hour. I do like how the reading lamp doesn't illuminate the whole cab, it just illuminates the little desk area. Very helpful. Finally coming to the end of the tunnel here at our top speed. We are motoring along. Look at this! "75 kilometers to go with half an hour, just under half an hour to get there." Which we'll do easily at 200 kilometers an hour, I gotta say. Come on, just release. Oh, we're speeding. Come on. The AFB can be sometimes inaccurate at higher speeds because, yeah, it's very hard to get kilometers an hour accurate. You're speeding kph, right? So we may lose some points to speeding despite the fact that we have cruise control, but it is effectively a very good cruise control active. Is a nice one. Yep, nice one. Yeah, basically, for a lot of this route, you are on... So yeah, as I was going to say, for a lot of this route, you're either in a tunnel on a huge viaduct like this one. Let's adjust the depth of field just to blur the background a bit. Ooh, that looks nice. I do love the Flixtrain green. It is a much needed break from the constant DB red or white and red. It just doesn't run often enough to really make a difference. Yeah. I haven't seen any RBH Blue Expert BR145s yet. And then I did see the Press BR155 in the last video. That was a nice change from the normal red. Despite the somewhat steep gradients, the Vectron can hold its speed quite well. Funny number, 69 kilometers to go till Kassel. Just felt I had to point that out. Yeah, basically all I'm having to do is press the CIFA button from time to time, or CIFA pedal rather. This run seems to have a lot higher FPS and stability and a lot less stutters than my last run on the Kinzig Top on, ironically. Sometimes you'll see freight trains parked at these loops here. Don't know if any of it might be too early for them to be here yet. Anything slower than 250 kilometers an hour this route can be a bit of a slog, because there's just nothing to do. If you're running with all the safety systems on, all you have to do is press the CIFA pedal from time to time, and there's nothing else. The train controls everything else for you. I suppose, yeah, if you were driving something that didn't have an AFB, like the Intercity Sturwagen by Trains in Germany, or the BR103 by Dovetail Games, which also layer onto this timetable, then that would provide a bit more to do because you'd be having to manually control your speed rather than let the train do it. But yeah, all we have to do is just keep an eye on the instruments and make sure to press the CIFA pedal from time to time, and that's it. This route tends to vary between going uphill and downhill. There aren't really any flat sections because we're basically sizing through the central German mountains here, and yeah, you basically have to have gradient changes, which the Vectron, to its credit, seems to be handling it a lot better than even something like the BR101. I think it's because this thing is so powerful. There are freight runs that you could do on this route. I wouldn't advise doing any of the end-to-end runs because it's at night time, you're in LZB, so there's nothing to do, and even if you're doing one of the high-speed freight trains, you're still limited to 140 kilometers an hour, and if you're doing one of the slower speed ones, you're limited to 120, which is, considering this route is well over 100 miles long, really does become a slog after a time. Let's do a flyby shot. another Ice 1. The Ice 3 and Ice T also do services on this route too. But yeah, the Ice T is limited by its top speed to 230, and the Ice 3 is only capable is limited to 250. While the Ice 1 can do 280 in limited sections, but is limited to 250 the rest of the time. KIJLS wagons off to the right there. I believe those are static, they don't get picked up. Under 50 kilometers to go, with 21 minutes to get there. What's pretty funny about this, I've been doing some pretty good driving, like even getting within 0.5 meters of the stop marker at Köln Hauptbahnhof in my first run. Well, Liam says his driving has been less than exemplary. He said, and this is I believe a direct quote from him, in real life there would have been over 200 insurance claims filed by now. So I can take comfort from the fact that I'm definitely driving a lot more competently than Liam is. Yeah, no offense to him, of course, but yeah, I just thought that was something funny to relay. This is currently pretty much the only dedicated German high-speed route in the game, but there is one more coming, but it's going to be by trains in Germany, Neuenburg, Ingolstadt, which will include the Ice 3 and a updated version of the old Dovetail BR101, which will also get replaced by the Expert BR101 if you happen to have that. But one interesting thing about that route is that the Ice 3 will be capable of going up to freight train, probably one of the later ones, going up to 300 kilometers an hour for the height over pretty much the whole route, which is pretty cool. I'm personally not going to get it because, yeah, I'm trying to give Dovetail as little of my money as possible these days. The only two add-ons that I want to get now are the Tadami line by Union Workshop and the Thames Valley branches. That Ice 1 is stuck behind that freight train. That is hilarious. But what was I thinking? Oh yes, Tadami and Thames Valley branches. And I've just picked up the Class 805 by Allboard Studios. So expect to see some videos on that on the channel. And I'm also going to start branching out and divesting into other simulators, specifically Diesel Railcar Simulator, Sim Metro, which is a South Korean metro simulator. It's spelled HMMSIM. I think it would sound better if I knew how to pronounce Korean better, but you know. And then also Running Train, which is a new Unreal Engine 5 Japanese train sim. coming out on the 25th of May 2026, which I'm very excited for. Which is coming out. I'm recording this on the 20th, so there's still 5 days to go until that comes out, which I'm quite annoyed about, but yeah, it looks absolutely amazing, and apparently it's optimized quite well, despite looking basically like real life. .5 kilometers to go, with 17 minutes to go. It's hard to believe this Castle Würzburg has been out for 3.5 years at this point. Over 3.5 years. It was originally released in September 2022 as the German core route for Train Sim World 3. And this is like the German route I really cut my teeth with. Well, if you know that expression. Like, this is the first German route I ever had in Train Sim World. And honestly, it's aged decently. Scenery's decent. And, like, thanks to the Expert 101 timetable, it also has a decent variety of services as well. But yeah, it's just a bit of a slog, just using LZB and AFB all the time, because then you just don't, as I said, you don't have anything to do apart from pressing CIFA from time to time. That's actually really nice scenery, looking from these viaducts. Like, genuinely, like, the scenery isn't like, this scenery was made before LiDAR was introduced as a method of making routes, and like, genuinely, the scenery on this has not aged badly at all. Like, it's not, obviously not a modern route, but it's not bad at all, which is very nice for a Dovetail Games route this old, I gotta say. .5 kilometers to go, with 13.5 minutes left. There goes a Sturwagen with a BR-101 on the end. Very nice. Yeah, for some reason this bridge doesn't have any barriers on the side. I think it's the only one on this route which doesn't. It always makes me scared every time because you have a train going across a bridge at over 200 kilometers an hour all the time. And there's just no barriers at all, unlike all the other bridges, which, yeah, it's just confusing why that is. I've just refreshed my YouTube studio and I'm at over 1,000 views on my I'm Quitting Train Sim World video, which is excellent. I don't get over 1,000 views on a video all that often, so yeah, that's good. 20 kilometers to go with 12 minutes left. Just have a look. Soon, yeah, we don't have too long until we start to slow down coming into Castle Wilhelmshohe. Don't know why I just did the foot pedal horn there. I just wanted to, you know. Another huge viaduct. These viaducts are so high up. My word. There's an MRC BR185 off to the left. "15 kilometers to go. LZB just buzzed. The LZB zone isn't ending for the rest of the run. Like, we'll get into Kassel and we'll still be in LZB territory, so I don't know why it just did that. 9 minutes to go with 11 kilometers left in the journey. Like, yeah, and you're at 200 kilometers an hour. The distances do go quite quickly, I gotta say. 10 kilometers to go. Nice. I think we might actually end up at Kassel early. We'll see. Let's see. Yeah. After this run ends, of course, all the rest of the trip videos will be by Liam in Flixbus Coach Sim, and the trip will be finished at Copenhagen, Denmark. I just wish Coaches was in Euro Truck Sim, because then I could have driven a bus between a lot of these cities myself, but yeah, unfortunately, could have like stuck on a bus in a Flixbus livery and driven to, you know, and like driven between a lot of these cities that Liam is doing in Flixbus, but unfortunately Euro Truck Sim has not got its buses yet, which is very annoying. 180 limit and then 140 limit kicking in, so yeah, our 200 run is definitely over, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that's the longest continuous high-speed run that you can do in this game. Maybe that'll be surpassed by West Coast Mainline Trent Valley when that comes out, but we'll see. Because that'll be, if that's even possible, West Coast Mainline Trent Valley will actually be longer than this route at 108 miles instead of just over 100 like this route is. And yeah, if you did like a continuous run between Milton Keynes and Crewe, you might get a longer distance run than you could on this route. I don't know. Down to 140. As the slower lines coming in from either side there. Hey, it's a DBBR 628 from Nidatalban in the DB red livery. Love that little unit. One of my favourite trains in the game to this day. And yeah, what's their name? Trains in Germany, absolutely cooked with Nidatalban. Considering that route is well over 3 years old, it's still one of my absolute favourites in my collection. Alright. 2 kilometers to go, with 6 minutes to go. There's the 100 warning board. Switch off the throttle. Get some dynamic brakes on the go. Yeah, we don't have to worry about acknowledging PZB. We're under LZB territory until past Kassel. There's some Habens wagons parked off to the side there. Dynamic brake doing its job very nicely indeed. And we do have a long time to get a stop here, so I'll try and do a conservative stop here. $400 meters to go. Essentially manually controlling the train into the stop. I don't have to. LZB is, as you can see, controlling my speed, but I personally don't care. I just want to do something manually operated today. Come on. I think we might be stopping at the end of the platform. Judging by the distance, I think we might be. Yeah, I think we are stopping right at the end of the platform here, near the signal. Put it in brake 1A. Full surface. There we go. Ooh, pretty much perfect. I will take that. Welcome to Kassel. So yeah, all the runs past from here up to Copenhagen will be done by Liam in Flixbus Coach Sim. Yeah, that's the end of the Flixtrain Vectron runs in this journey, I'm afraid. Those are the only 3 services that we can do. Köln, Aachen, Kinzigtalbahn and Kassel-Würzburg are the only 3 routes on which this layers is for passenger services. How accurate did we get that stop? I actually want to know. 1.1 meters. That's not as good as at Köln Hauptbahnhof, but that is good enough for me. So yeah, that'll be all for this video, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And please also subscribe to Liam's channel, and thank you very much, Liam, if you're watching this, for inviting me along for this journey. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Goodbye.
Hello. the Wi-Fi is malfunctioning. I'm not even got in the bus, for God's sake. Hello everybody and welcome to the next leg of this Flixbus and Flixtrain trip across Europe. Thank you very much to Maffarick, who has dropped us off at Kassel after going from Fulda to Kassel. He went from Frankfurt to Fulda to Kassel. And we are going to be taking this journey all the way up to Hamburg. And after that, there's only 2 legs left. So let's hop aboard our coach for the day, which is a Scania Touring 137, which I think means it's 13.7 metres in length. Is it going to close? Doesn't look like it. Let's sit in our seat. Let's get our engine on. Gentlemen, start your engines. That'll close it. That'll turn Wi-Fi on, that'll turn destination on, that'll turn passenger lights, saloon lighting on rather. Just finished 2 back-to-back exams. You started at 8 this morning. Nice. Well, I suppose not nice if you're not a fan of exams. I mean, who is a fan of them? Yeah, we are just leaving. It's bloody torture. Yeah, I bet it was. Where are we leaving, sorry? Kassel depot. I wonder if I can... No, I'm going to need both lanes, so I'll wait for him to go. And we'll take this lane. Without hitting the taxi, preferably. Yeah, parking brake is on. Which means I can take my foot off the brake. Yeah, I didn't know you could get the Flixtrain Vectron until briefly watching one of your legs. You can get up to 200 kilometers an hour, which I think is 125 miles? Somewhere around there. Tick-tocky, tick-tocky. There was a part where I was coming into one of the cities in one of the other legs, and the road just didn't load in, so I just flat bombed it onto the grass and it bounced back up onto the road. It was awful. Come on. It's gonna go green now, watch. All of the Vectrons and TSW are capable of 200, but the DB and rail pool ones are only get up to 140 on freights. That's probably what, like 75 miles an hour. So that's what we have over here, I suppose. Right, off we go. Yeah, it's a long old Scania today. Come on. Steering wheel's not very responsive. Yeah, Hamburg probably has the biggest coach station. Oh, Berlin might do actually. Most German freight services are 100 or 120.
I suppose that's similar to over here really. It's like 60 or 75. No obvious reference intended.
If you know, you know. In fact, I think everybody on this planet Earth knows about the 2 numbers that have taken over our world recently. I wish it had a proper Scania TikTok indicator rather than whatever this stuff is. But then I don't know, maybe these vehicles have that IRL. It's good handbrakes out, that sounds proper solid. Like it ain't going nowhere. It's almost like it's a 180. You'll be going nowhere. Rightio. Which one's mine? This one here. I like these coach stations. But yeah, almost made it to Denmark. Or we are almost at Denmark, rather. Neutral. Turn that on. Or put that on, rather. We'll get to that. Only 13 passengers today. Let's get that open. Hamburg. This passenger ticket is valid. Why did it say we're getting there at midnight then? Normally when it says midnight, that means it's wrong. Looks like we're getting there exactly midnight. Oh, you actually had an invalid ticket. Hamburg, Zob. Hamburg. 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 Hamburg.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser
Let's start the ride and let's get on.
Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise.
Oh,
Auch
mate,
bei uns im Bus
sausage
gilt die
behavior.
gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht.
What
Bitte
is this
schnallt
car
euch
here?
deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen
Nice,
und
done.
Infos zu unserem Snack und
Have you downloaded the 3 rounds I did to your...
Getränkeangebot.
Yeah, I've
Eine
downloaded
Toilette
them onto my
befindet sich
phone.
im hinteren
Because that's what I used to edit
Einstiegsbereich.
with.
Wer kostenlos
And
surfen
they're
will, wählt sich
all the
einfach
legs
in
that
unser
you and I have
WLAN-Netz ein.
recorded are in
Unser
all one
Reisetipp
video.
fürs Internet, schaut doch
I'm
mal
gonna
auf
add these
unserer
two later
Facebook-Page
tonight.
vorbei.
And
Unser
then I
Team
think
freut
I've
sich
literally
riesig
got two
über
more
eure
after
Likes
this,
und Nachrichten.
which
Sollte
would be
euer Akku
Hamburg
zu
and
Neige gehen,
Flensburg and
kein
Flensburg to
Problem.
Copenhagen.
Viele unserer Sitze
Copenhagen.
sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet
then
und
the video's
entsprechend
done.
gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer
It's definitely
Smartphone die
looking
gesamte
like it
Fahrt
could be...
über
I mean, I
nutzen.
could finish it off
Wenn ihr
tomorrow,
eure
really.
nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt,
But then I don't
holt
know.
euch einfach unsere App und profitiert
Yes, you
von
can. Yes, you
exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich
No
wollen wir
worries,
unseren
mate.
Service ständig
Thank you
weiter
for,
verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per
The
E-Mail
UK's getting a
zuschicken.
heatwave, and
Wir
why I say
danken für eure
heatwave.
Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen
It's
eine
considered a
entspannte
heatwave
Fahrt
over here,
und viel
but today it's
Spaß an
22 and
Bord bei
tomorrow it's going to be
Flixbus.
like 27. And
Hello
then Saturday's
and
going to be
welcome to
29.
Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we
Well,
can get
believe
you
it when I
to
say
your
it.
favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some
Yeah, it was meant to
information
be
about the
31
journey.
degrees here. It was meant to be
The
31
wearing of
for
seatbelts
thunderstorms.
is compulsory on
Awesome.
board the bus.
Love
Therefore,
thunderstorms.
please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire
I
journey.
haven't got a
In
seatbelt.
the seat pocket in front of you, you
It
will
is very
find
hot
our
by British
information
standards,
card
and considering
containing
that our
further safety
houses
instructions
are
and
made like
details
saunas
of our
to
snacks
people
and
to eat in,
beverages. There's a
winter.
restroom located in the rear boarding area.
Yeah.
If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply
Not
log
fun,
on
and
to
it's
our
always humid
onboard
as well,
Wi-Fi
and it's
network.
mainly
If your
humid at
battery
night,
runs
which
out,
means
no problem. Many of our seats
ain't
are
sleeping
equipped
very
with
well. I
power
mean, I'm meant to
outlets,
be,
which are
I'm
marked
working
accordingly.
Sunday.
If you would like to
That'll
book
be
your
fun.
next
I
journey while
suppose
you're on
work's
the
actually got
road,
air
simply
conditioners,
download
quite
our
nice.
app onto your smartphone so you
When,
can take advantage
people aren't doing
of
normal
our
retail
many
things.
exclusive
I say
online
people,
discounts.
customers aren't doing normal
For more
retail things,
information,
like
simply visit
threatening you or,
flixbus.com or get in touch
know,
with us on
just being
Facebook.
customers.
Of course, we're always striving
Delightful
to improve
people,
our
should I say.
service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email
I say
to
that like
give
it's
us
normal. I've
feedback
worked there
about
2
your
weeks, I
journey.
don't know.
You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas and requests. We are always ready to assist.
We are always
And
ready
now,
to assist.
we can finally set off. Thank
I
you
set
for
off about
listening.
10 minutes ago,
We
mate.
hope
You're
you
a
have
bit
a
late.
relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
When I was Googling, like, the distances for each one of these legs, I couldn't believe how cheap European train travel is. And I know Flixtrain's meant to be cheap anyway, but, like, I'm pretty sure Frankfurt to Fulda was like 14 quid. Mate, I couldn't even get 20 minutes on a train for 14 quid. It's nuts. It's savage over here. And it will get even more savage now that the government are running it. Because you'll be funding the government, not just those companies. Oh yeah, those companies were really bad for their profit. Let's see how bad a broken, supposedly broke government is. Anyway, it's probably a bit too much, a bit too political that, but it's just my opinion, I suppose. But yeah, if you're watching this, I suppose it might not be out for a little bit. I'm really grateful to all the support I received on the TSW 6/7. I'm just calling out the bullshit video. That's what I'm going to call it for simpler terms. But yeah, I really appreciate it. I think that video did 55 views in a day, or something like that, which is just mental numbers. British trains are rip-off. I'm going to that county next week, and I could travel 3 hours on a Japanese bullet train and still have money to spare compared to GWR. Worcestershire, that's the one. Worcestershire. Staring at a green light here. Come on, let's get over it. Nice, I've got a coach following us around. Right, 374 kilometres. Hopefully, most of it's on the motorway. We have left Castle, that is what that sign means. Looks like we're not actually joining the motorway, we're going straight on. Someone's in the back seat of that taxi. Really been enjoying Riviera Line. Riviera Line's been good fun. Just be more fun with an 800. Oh my god. I thought they were going to go quicker than what they did. That's why you shouldn't assume what the car in front's going to do. Or the vehicle in front, rather. You shouldn't anticipate movement that hasn't happened. Seriously, Riviera is one of my favourite routes. Love running the HST on it. Yeah, the HST run is fun. A bit bland, but, you know, it's nice to have. And also, fairly non-stop run. Yes, nice. Right, now we're getting onto the motorway. Let me up the AI again. Because the AI at 100 is good for motorways. Oh, why does it do that every time? Look at how far forward that has me. No, 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 no. Get off that. Why would it get off that? There we go. Bloody hell. I hate that. It freezes the steering. Because I was steering then. And it just wouldn't register it. But, I mean, I can't drive like this. What is this? Right, let's... Oh, someone's waiting for me, that's a bit weird. Right, let's come out then. Just got a timetable mod for West Cornwall Local that adds modern era services and HST farewell pack layer 2. Nice. Right, I need to come over here. So you need to get going. Right, there we go. Leipzig and Hanover. Hanover? Yeah. I wonder if that's where Hanover displays are made, which are the destination displays on the front of buses. It's got to be, right? Hanover. Rightio. I think all the traffic there just disappeared out of view. Hanover displays. Nope, Hanover displays are based in. Right, oh my god. Need to pay attention. Lewis, UK. Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, in fairness, it'd be quite fitting if they were made in Hanover. It's just oh, I can't go into the third lane because I'm a coach. Come on. Speed. Speed is of the essence. Right, 337 kilometers to go. Trucks. So many truckers. I'm driving like I've had a bottle of vodka, I promise you. I've not had anything, which is more worrying actually, because if I had a bottle of vodka, that would have explained a lot. But I'm not drunk anything, completely sober in this style of driving. God. Flixbus Clarkson edition. Could you imagine? Bit of Hawkston lager. In a Hawkston. I wonder what that tastes like. I mean, I'm not a drinker, to be honest. I've never drunk an alcoholic beverage in my life, despite what you might think from watching these videos. Right, we're continuing on. An extra lane has been formed. No, it's not. We're there losing my lane. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I'm really sorry, but I'm squeezing in here. Hope you don't mind. Oh. Speed limit's 80. Come on, let's actually stay in the centre of the lane for once, rather than being, well, all over it. Yeah, nice one, pal. Really, really enjoyed that. Bloody hell. Whoa! There's a Neoplan Skyliner. Can't wait until buses are in ETS2. Fernbus seems a tad janky. Yeah, it is. It is. Oh yes, we've got another Flixbus bus in front to break the waters for us. Oh, never mind. He's just... that is some savage gap he's left there. Cool, I hope there's no emergency, because he's going to splat into the vehicle in front. I will say, having a game like this, putting some music on and just driving at high speed is good fun. What the fuck happened there? I didn't even do nothing. I didn't hit anything. I was just driving. Bloody hell. Oh, now I can't move over because he's there. Start accelerating, gaining more speed. Anybody know what happened there? Oh my god, it's like Train Sim Mod 6 dynamic weather. Right, I think the speed limit comes down to 60, so let's just leave a decent gap. We're gonna need to stop. We're gonna need to stop fast. I noticed something in the mirror that looks quite a bit peculiar. Oh, I thought I saw the luggage racks open. Never mind. Oh, I suppose this is an excuse to get a cheeky little thumbnail. Whoa! Maybe this isn't a safe place to get a thumbnail. Do you mind? You're ruining my screenshot here, pal. Yes, in front of another Flixbus. I nominate myself as a sacrificial lamb. AC too cold? It's on 21 degrees, man. What are you on about? Too cold. Right, I'm gonna need to come out here. No, we don't mind. Please. Right, well this ain't a great spot to try and come out in. Yeah, you're gonna let me out, aren't you? Come on, a little bit of negotiating, pal. There's room for two of us here. Right, well I'm coming out. I've got no choice. The road ends. $100 down here? You're on. It said 60 on the signs. I feel like you're meant to not change lane when you're in these, but Hanover. I'm really upset now that Hanover displays aren't made in Hanover. That's ruined my day. $260 kilometers. Should we have some tones? I think we should have some tones. There's no tones button. Oh my god, why they all stopped. It's that sort of thing in Fernbus that was why I didn't. There we go, tones. Speed it. It's pretty funny that they're made in Lewis of all places. Yeah. Hanover must make millions, because there's always buses being built, and they're the only displays that get used really. I don't know if they do the TFL stuff, but I don't think they're Hanover displays, or they're displayed. I don't think they're displays made by Hanover rather. I could go over, but I think I can overtake these lots, so I don't think I need to. Yeah. $245 kilometers to go. And then there's 2 more legs. Oh my god. Let's not drift, please. Alright, let's go speeding past the police car. I say speeding. Give us 10%. Hello? Can I help? No. It's alright, it shouldn't be on my phone while driving anyway. It's weird because you hear them answer the phone, but they're never talking. Maybe they decline all the time. Maybe they got no fans. Or friends. So many coaches. It'd be nice to see National Express in the game when they make England DLC. Sit up in the chair a little bit better. Oh, these scanners fly down these hills, man. Right, I'm gonna need to change lanes, so let's do it now. Right, sooner rather than later. The gauges have gone blurry. Maybe it's not just TSW6 after all. be off. See you around. Have a good one. Let's continue. Don't come over on me, don't come over on me. Yeah, nice. Passing on the left. Passing on the right actually, so if we're in the UK that's fine. But we're not, so it's probably not. Well, that truck's blocking lane 2, let's come out into lane 2. Come on, properly. Let's stop being lazy. Let's do the job. Right, this coach is going slower than the coach line. What could I have crashed with? I'm in the middle of my lane. Like, seriously, man. This game needs to sort itself out sometimes. What could I possibly be hitting? That coach really has no place. Nine. Hurry up, man. Probably. Right, slot in behind him, please. Just cover the brake, because this is where they normally do something silly. Oh, that's fine, the coach gets stuck behind the truck. Everybody's like, head to toe around here, man. Scan you. A bit too close to this guy. This is annoying because I shouldn't really, as a coach, I'm not allowed in the third lane. I think we're stuck behind the truck anyway, aren't we? Yeah. Come on, truck, drop back. Finally, that truck's gone in. Now we can get up to proper speed. 130. I mean, it's not going to let us do that, but... Bremen. Luckily, we're not going to Bremen. Hamburg's finally appeared on the signs. Right, let's get out of here. I like that 2E livery. The A livery, rather. I want some of the DLC for this game. It's a shame they don't go on sale that often. I suppose it's a Thursday actually, sale's been reset and I haven't checked them. Must check them after this. We can go over one lane right now. We're overtaking people in the right lane though, so we'll continue. Continuing at near enough 100 for me to be doing 100 as well. I'm going to back off a little bit because I'm a bit close. We know how that often goes down. I was really hoping this coach would switch to the... Yes, there we go, manifested it. Right, sorry, I just have to pause for 2 seconds. Right, and I am now back. Continuing on our trip. Speed limit's apparently going down to 120. I didn't know it was higher than that. Right, I beg this coach doesn't come out. I mean, I'm sort of maintaining speed with it. It's going to slam on though, isn't it? Yeah. They're all braking quite a bit. It's nice to see that we're not the only Scania around here. We're overtaking everyone. Well, I say that, not him. Or her. Coming over, and now we can do it. Nice. God. Roadworks. It's got an Italian livery on that. I think you're going the wrong way for that, boss. Maybe they started in Italy. Oh, is that going to cause a chain reaction and breakage? Don't appear so. At a standstill. so nearly over. We've only got 30 miles to our stop. Down at Hamburg. Hamburg's not a ridiculously busy city, so I think I'll leave the out on 100 density. I mean, they are 100% dense, so... Cool, come on, where's this Scania power at? The Flixbus ahead is powering. There we go. Drawing back the distance. Hamburg coming off though. So, there's no point. Just stay in this lane. At what point will these coaches despawn? Because they only really drive on the motorway. Apart from maybe one or two cities. Mate. I can't keep doing that. Yeah, if you're enjoying this journey so far, all the way from Lyon, be sure to like and subscribe to both of mine and Maffarick's channels. And let us know if you want to see more of this in the future. Yeah, apologies, my driving hasn't been as great as Maffarick's train driving, but yeah. It is what it is. Ooh, what's that? Oh, that's one of the newer Setras. That looks nice. I mean, it's not officially licensed by Setra, which is a bit of a shame. Right, Hamburg straight on. Right, I need to come across 4 lanes here. Not 4 lanes, sorry, 2 lanes. There we go. To 100. Both lanes, you might as well. Light coach in the 3rd lane. Oh, let's come to a stop in that lane. I imagine there to have been a nasty pile up there. Whoa! Palio. Have some of that. This is what I mean. Why did that cause a stop, please? It just didn't, it wasn't necessary. Away from the massive coach station in Hamburg. Doesn't sound much like a Scania, these things. I don't know why that is. There is the big coach station. I'm going to turn on show bus stop areas, because I need to actually know where we're going. Right, round here. Oh, it's nice and empty. I miss when there was all the, like, things you had to dodge and stuff around here. Is it this one? I think it is, right? Will they get out if I open the door? No. Maybe there's something down here then. Yeah, that has been it for this leg. I will see you all in the next one where we'll go from Hamburg rather, to Flensburg, and then not long to go. Let's do that. Open the door. This should be it for everybody. They're not getting off for whatever reason. But that's their problem. Yeah, thank you all very much, and I shall see you all next time. Take care. Goodbye.